So, I am in a great state of freaking like burr, cold. We've got sunshine, but it is cold. However, I did want to get on here and tell you about the epic score that I got. Well, I guess it was beginning of fall. Um, so, remember the bunny menagerie? Well, I was going to move them into my shed. Well, that didn't seem, I would lose all my shed space for the winter, and I still have to do things, as you know, in the winter, because here we are. So my sister said, hey, check out this link, and it was like a marketplace, something face CD snap, something or other. Anyway, so I click on there, and I'll tell you what, check out what I found. You might have. This is where they winter. Kind of hide right there behind the tree. And there's Fred. Still no Ricky, but we're going to have Ricky. Anyway, this monstrosity, I know it is not pretty and whatever, but it works fantastic. So, as you can see, they're all snug as a bug in a rug. And this top flips up so you can access the main cage to it. On the other side, I'll show you in a minute, is where you can go and feed them and what have you. Well, if you remember, I set up a watering system, flow system for all the other cages. I know it's fall, please forgive me. It's terrible. But so the gravity water flows down, and I left a split off valve so I could come off of right there, split off and make extra lines if I had to. Well, here we are. Dun, dun, dun. It is not pretty, people. It is not. But it works just fine for these little darlings, and I will definitely be making. Hi, Lucy. Pooperita, you got so big. You got so big. So big. And Fred. And Ethel is in the other side. So I will show you. But this way they can regulate. As you see, lots of leaves. Lots and lots of leaves. Come back around here. Poopy falls down there. Unless you are Ethel and these little locked cages. So actually, Ethel, as you see a bunny butt, I feed them right in here. Ethel keeps hers nice and clean, as you can see, but she likes to poop on the wood. Hi, Ethel. Hi, Buns. It's just cute. I was going to say cute as a bug's ear, but, bunny's ear. And then, ta-da! This darling, she likes to poop back here. She likes her privacy. However, well, Mr. Fred is on this side. And he likes to check out the ladies. And he will poop in his area as well. So, anyway, potty training, but I don't know how to do it. But, anyway, if you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. But they have been doing just fine in this cold. We've only been getting every once in a while down into the, high 20s. So, the grass is real green. There's no snow. We still have leaves falling. Most of them are done falling, but it's been a minute. Sorry, I'm trying to burn wood. That's super wet, so it's just smoking. Anyway, so the bunny menagerie has an add-on to it. So we have an area for them to birth, and to have kits. Rabbits have kits, kits. But then they also have their summer condos. So anyway, everything is flowing really well. There's ways to keep your water lines warm so they don't freeze if you are in an area that freezes. We add warm water every once in a while if we feel like it's going to get too cold and the circulation of the water isn't going to flow right. So, but it has done just fine. And their feed, I haven't made a great place for their feed yet. So I'm still a work in progress. Dun, dun, dun. So anyway, but I just wanted, I can't sit by the fire because it's smoking. I gotta change venues. So what I wanted to tell you though is there are people out there that are willing and super excited, maybe not, super duper excited, but they're excited to help a new homesteader or somebody that is just kidding for the first time. Because after church, we went to the co-op. And I knew there was a couple of things that I wanted to pick up. Necessary? No. Convenience? Yes. But I just wanted to get a couple of other things on hand. This different type of teat spray, B vitamin. Sorry, I don't know if this wind is harsh. There, maybe that'll help. Anyway, so I had been learning things from fellow YouTubers and getting myself all worked up. Oh my goodness, so worked up. And so I wanted to go to the co-op and see if there was anything else that I needed. I don't know. I'm expecting grandma paranoia. I want to make for sure my girls are okay. First and foremost, I want to make for sure my girls are okay. I worry about them. Anyway, so I'm standing there looking at all of this stuff, which definitely seems like a plethora of, oh my gosh, everything. I was just standing there almost overwhelmed. I knew what I was looking at. I understood what I was looking at, from the studies that I had done via books, internet, YouTube, other farmers, and well, a lady and her husband were walking by and they said like one keyword and I was like, whoa. Hi stranger, my name is Shelly. Can I ask you a question? And they're like, yeah, sure. Okay. I'm like, this, that, the other thing. Oh, try this, do this. This works great, especially in our area, which is Pacific Northwest. We're really wet here. So hoof rot and all that stuff you have to be really cautious of. In our county, we have a really low mineral count in the soil, a lot of clay. So some of the minerals that our animals need, they don't get. However, they were just an absolute blessing. We picked up a few extra things, and they're like, you really don't need that. And I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, that's not for this area, but it's, good for this area. And anyway, so that was a huge blessing. And we were so incredibly thankful. And then I turned around and I looked at the other side of the shelf and I said, I need to get bands. and a clamp for boys that we want to weather. Weathering means, well, I have to say this politely, and I'm so sarcastic, but you put a band around their little nudie newts, and, well, they become weathered. That means they can stay in the pen with the girls and not get them pregnant. They will not pee on themselves, trying to make themselves smell all delicious and snexy. Wow. Anyway, and so we did have a couple of people that asked about weathers, and we go back and forth, but I want to have that on hand just in case. And like I have said before, I have not made any decisions on what I am going to do with these kids. This is my first go about. I may try to keep them all, hide them in my jacket. I don't know. So Ryan doesn't get frustrated with me. But if I weather them, I may just keep them. I don't know. Because if I have all boys, I'm not getting rid of any of them. I say that now. Anyway, but as I turn around, I'm looking at this stuff, and another lady comes up and she's like, "What kind of livestock do you have?" And I tell her, and she's like, "Oh, all you need is this and this." And I said, "Is this one says large? Do I need a smaller?" She's like, "Oh, yes, here's a small one." Okay. And then she explained some of that process and things that she looks out for and she does. And I was like, wow, that's freaking awesome. So, long story short, I hugged a stranger today. Shout out to Miss Diane. Anyway, it was really cool. It was just really cool that there were people out there to help a fellow homesteader, farmer, mini whatever, and they didn't care how big or small or, do we have 800 acres? Do we have an acre? What do we, smoke. Sorry. Anyway, they were just amazing. It was a huge blessing. And I want to make for sure that I reciprocate that to everybody. I want to be part of those blessings for you. Big or small encouragement, what we've learned, what we failed at, why we failed, just being a blessing. So we get back into the pickup, and we made note that sometimes we don't stop and think about what just happened. We take those little blessings for granted, and they eased our minds. It was amazing. I just noticed my makeup is sloughing off my face. I probably have snot too, but my nose is red like a little Rudolph. But anyway, yeah, don't forget to see and take the moment for thanks for those little blessings. In all things, give thanks. All things. Not you're picking and choosing. Those people that came into our life today just for a brief moment. Oh, here comes the wind. Ooh, that's hurtful. Oh. Ooh. Anyway, they were a blessing. It was so amazing. And yeah, Our neighbors helped us drag some logs. That was awesome. That was awesome. And a huge blessing. It would have taken us days to do it. And he had a piece of machinery and just whoop, 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 and shazam, it was done. Blessing. It was a blessing. So anyway, I just wanted to take that moment and share with you some of our victories. You know, you watch the Yoobity Boob and you see all these really horrific births and you learn things from them, but then it gives you the little bit of, shoot, am I cut out for this? Am I be a good steward for them? It puts doubts in your mind. And let me tell you, I thought Lola for sure was going to go into labor at any moment, and learned a few more things. Hey, Maureen, stop. Chickens. Freaking roosters. Man, I'll be. Anyway, I was freaked out. And come to find out, she had a different type of mucus, not like one of her mucus plugs, or not, it's called something different, but she didn't have the bubble, she didn't have this, that, or the other thing. I think she is right on track. So we will know for 100% sure who she was bred with, and that would be Mr. Huey. And Grace is bred to Pepper. So initially I wanted to breed Lola, who is black and white, with Pepper, who is, the black and white Pepper kind of look, but Pepper has blue eyes. So, and he's a bigger sire, but we don't get all worked up about, the milk weight and all of that. We're not there yet. We are just starting, and it is okay to not have papered Nigerians. Yes, we want to keep them papered, but they don't have to have the perfect breed line to work your needs. So figure out what your needs are, what your desires are. If you are looking to, do show and this and that and the other thing, then by all means. If you are not and you just want to sustain life and, they might have a weird hog or whatever. They might not have the perfect gait, but they walk fine. Decide what your needs are. I'm not that girl. I'm not going to go to show. I appreciate the ones that do, though. Holy macaroni and cheese. Wow. And I learn a lot from them. I'm not at that stage. I'm not. So, with that being said, I just want everyone to be encouraged. You don't have to be perfect. Look at my yard. It is not perfect. People, I left my ladder out because I had to get up there on top of my shed and clean up some branches that had fallen from the storm. And and it was so freaking cold. I guess I could have done it instead of doing this video, but I just wanted to shout out for encouragement and thankfulness and some things that happened today that I didn't want to go unnoticed. So anyway, Clyde's eating another apple. Yeah, we still have a few apples left on the tree, and he waits for him to drop, and then he's nom 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 nom, because he's trying to get them before I give them to the girls. Anyway, neither here nor there. But hang in there, everybody. I just want to shout out for encouragement and thankfulness. Give all the glory to God, right? So may love, peace, blessings fill your heart, fill your soul, fill your mind. Share that knowledge. Share the love. Share their encouragement. And when a stranger asks you one simple question and you happen to know the answer or you have the experience, please don't let that moment go by. You will be somebody else's blessings. Hang in there, Al.